Alright, so I just caught this trade right here.
Welcome to my trading journal. I'm Tristan. I'm currently going for 300K in Top Step funded accounts right now, and I'm documenting every trade along the way. I caught a trade last night, and I'm really excited to break it down for you guys. Let's go. So per usual, I'm going to go over the concepts that caused me to take the trade, and I'm going to put a few examples in front of you and explain them more in detail this time. And then we're going to get into my analysis. Let's do it. I'd like to direct your attention to this candle right here in this example. This is a 4-hour bullish order block. It is the largest down close candle on a support level, and you can trade off the volume or the high. This is a bearish order block. It is the opposite. It is the largest up close candle on a support level, and you trade off the bottom of it. Okay. So why am I telling you that? Because that is my strategy. I trade off 4-hour order blocks and I aim for recent highs or recent lows in the opposite scenario. Let's go down into the lower time frames, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tell you to look at what you think I look at. The recent highs. Okay, the recent highs. That's what I look at. I didn't mark these because these were taken right here. So the recent highs is what I mark. When it's going down, make sure to be aware of these highs because it's generating liquidity. And you see how I marked the 4-hour bullish order block, the top of it right here. Okay. So, moving forward, this would be the highs that I'm aiming for. And right now, this is right before London Open. I mean, New York Open. It is right before New York Open. So let's play the 5-minute candles. Okay, so right here, this is a break of structure right here. I'm gonna let you know right here, this move is a break of structure. So for a lot of people that like to catch those, I'm one of those people. You would hop back in right here. Yeah, you would be in the trade right here. So it took the first high, just took the second high. We can fast forward this. Even more. So these are all, this is where I put the green lines right here. Because it generated this liquidity. So I believe it's going up this direction, but in this scenario, if I was trading this live, I would make sure to be aware of these lows right here because you want to be aware of a liquidity raid before it goes higher. Or like that. That's what you want to be aware of right there. You see how it broke that low, broke this low right here. It didn't break this low. All right. Now it broke that high. This is the next high. Boom, broke that high, took this high over here. Now this would be the next target. Boom, took that target. And then we have this one up here. But you see what I'm saying? So it's really just aiming for old highs and old lows. But the recent highs and recent lows, took that too, are the targets. So what happened? It generated liquidity going all the way down with these highs, bounced off of a 4-hour bullish order block that I delineated right here. And let me show you what that looks like on the 1 hour. And then it just hunted that liquidity that it generated. Look at that. It literally hunted all of these highs. That's how I see the market. And look how the 4-hour order block right here lined up with this order block right here in the 1 hour. This is a perfect reverse model. You know, boom, 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 up, broke, market structure, comes back down, and then buys up. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful market structure right here. So this just goes into how reactive these 4-hour order blocks are. The order block is right here because it is the largest down close candle on a support level. So we have our order block. Now I'm going to go into the 15. Where are the recent highs? Right here. You see that? Clean. All of them stacked up right next to each other. I love seeing that. So let's reveal the drawings. We have a 4-hour order block right here. It just hit it. And then we have our recent highs that were generated liquidity, and we expect that to be rated. And right now, what time is it? It's still in the Asian session. It's okay. I'm gonna go 7 times so you can see what happens. 7 times speed. All right, broke that high. That's a state change. Took that high. All right, now we're in a state change. Anything that comes down into here you want to buy. Might not give you an opportunity though. Generated liquidity, by the way. All that's generated liquidity right here. Took all these highs. All these highs. So what do we have here again? We have the 4-hour order block right here that I delineated. I'll let you see what that looks like on the 15-minute. Isn't it crazy how it's right here at the top? So like everything is just harmonic. Okay. And then you have generated liquidity on the way down, and then it hunted all that liquidity after it hit the 4-hour order block. Simple enough, right? So I'm gonna do something a little bit different this example. So I'm on the 4-hour chart. So I'm showing you it happening on the 15-minute chart. Now I'm gonna show you it happening on the 4-hour chart. So we have our 4-hour order block right here, and we have recent lows and recent highs, and we have price being held in a consolidation. So orders below and orders above. In this situation, price likes to violate both sides of the market. So right now we have it drifting towards the low, and this is the 4-hour. So remember, you could be in the 15-minute or the 5-minute. You can get in on entries and imagine it goes low and it chases this low and you catch the 5-minute, or imagine it goes high and you catch it on the 5-minute. That's year making trades right there if you're able to get on the higher time frames. That's why I love the 4 hours. So let's get this played right now so you can see what happens. Boom, boom. So look, comes down to the 4-hour order block, violates these lows. So liquidity sweep, higher low, that's important. Now watch this. Look at that. Violated both sides of the market. Violated the lows first, then violated the highs, jumped off of a 4-hour order block. It's very simple. It's very harmonic. You need to know where the recent highs and the recent lows are.
Alright, so I just caught this trade right here. I didn't have it on film, but it's all good. This is just about it being my trading journal, but as you see right up here, I profited $3,459 on 2 different accounts because it's copy traded. Well, this one was 3,190, but this is great. Now I'm gonna go to sleep.
So this is the reason why I caught the trade from yesterday. We're on the 1 hour, and these 3 highs to the left are what I was targeting. Specifically the middle one. I always target the middle one because you never know if it's gonna hit the top one, especially if it's a long-term high. But as you see, I numbered them to the left, 1, 2, and 3. And during that time, I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame. This is the area that I caught that trade. And my premise was chasing this second high, and I was able to get in right at the liquidity raid. Because during this time, I had green lines right here, right here, and right here. And the crazy thing is I profited all that within, within this area right here. If I held, wow. Now I'm going to do my analysis next of what's going on right now. So it's really early right now and we have to wait for the sessions, but so far I'm overall expecting higher prices because price did make a higher low right here, sharp rejection, and we still have this high to take. So I would like to see that happen. Also, what do we have over here? Recent highs. So I'm going to be looking for price to take these recent highs, and at the same time of me being aware of these recent highs, I want to be aware of the recent lows over here for liquidity raids. Before it raids these, it could very well raid these two. So I want to be on the lookout for that. And that's the reason why you want to be patient, because price can just start to drift towards these levels, make a couple recent highs on the way down here, and then just take all of these highs and these ones in the process. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm expecting higher prices, and I marked the recent lows and the recent highs. Now I'm on the hour chart, you see on the lower time frame, so I understand where the liquidity of interest is. And don't think I don't see all of this right here. I can mark all of these. So a real rejection can happen soon, but it's not breaking the lows right now. It's respecting them, and it's disrespecting highs. So I don't control the market. I just allow it to tell me what it wants to do. All right, well, that's my analysis moving forward to this week. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm really excited to take you guys on and lead you through these trades that I'm taking and break down the concepts. Till next time.